Joe Biden actually bumbled out along with Kamala Harris to survey the damage brought on by Hurricane Helene in two key states. Vice President Harris took a pause from the campaign trail on Wednesday to visit the neighborhood ravaged by Hurricane Helene, where more than half the residents don't have power and many don't have running water, consoling a woman who said she had lost her husband. There is real pain and trauma that has resulted because of this hurricane, she said. And, of course, we told you what's going to happen. When she gets there, she's handing out big checks, huge checks for $750. That should help replace your husband. Meanwhile, President Biden spent about an hour flying over Asheville, North Carolina, by helicopter. You can see homes that are moved clearly from one side of the river down the river to the other side, he said. Okay, thanks for the obvious there, Captain. Communities like Chimney Rock are reduced to piles of wood and rubble. Biden and Harris are trying to reassure residents hurt by the massive storm that the federal government will help the region recover. Making good on a promise is a critical test for the administration in this election year, particularly in swing states of North Carolina and Georgia, where Biden and Harris have visited. And you know why they visited? Because they are swing states. That's the only reason why they're visiting them. Biden said it wasn't about politics, though. At this moment, we put politics aside. At least we should put it aside. And we have, we have here, Biden said in a briefing, the emergency
quote,
operations. Yeah, quote unquote. He's really good at this public speaking stuff.
Man.
Meanwhile, on the other side, here's CNN yesterday talking about what's going on when they talk about hurricanes or Hurricane Helene and how Trump is being treated when it comes to the hurricane and everything that's going on. This cut number 3 again from yesterday, CNN, how Trump is being treated for the hurricane and the relief effort. Check this out.
He is being treated not just as a former president, but almost as though he is a sitting president. As Boris, you just noted, getting a briefing from FEMA, getting a briefing from the National Guard. That is not something that is typically just offered to a candidate. They are treating him as though he is a former president who is there to help. And one thing that I had noticed earlier during our 1 p.m. conversation was that Donald Trump did not have that much to offer in terms of resources since he is not a sitting president. But I will note that he and the campaign say that they have arrived in that area with trucks full of supplies that they plan on giving out. So there is something there for them to offer. He also said that he had a tanker truck full of gasoline, which obviously, if you've ever covered one of these storms, you understand that one of the first things and hardest things to come by is gasoline. So he said that he was going to be giving that out. He is clearly taking this seriously as a politician is on the ground, trying to show that he is there in support of the people on the ground in Georgia.
Yeah, and again, this was before today where President Biden and Vice President Harris decided to make their appearance. So,
yeah, I mean, I played that clip the other morning on my morning stream, and even the way she tries to frame why Trump is there, and as we said, people in this situation, they just want some hope.
Yeah.
They just want to see something that gives them hope. Oh, well, she's being treated like he's there. No, and he says he's got something, so maybe there is something that's worthwhile him showing up. But I mean, it's worthwhile him showing up for the sake of just showing up. He does, even if he brought nothing.
Yeah. A lot of times it's just knowing
These
that
reporters are.
Oh, they're awful. They're awful people.
Well, beyond.